Mike Pendleton here with Sherdog.com, and super excited to talk to a man who, well, this is just how the PFL works sometimes. Stay ready, so when the call comes, you are ready. And that's what my
Yes.
guest did. The one and only Linton Vassell. Linton, when the regular season ended, we didn't know, what was going on. You and I had a private conversation. You're like, hey, hopefully I get booked on that card. You
Yeah,
did get booked on that card. You're in the
exactly.
playoffs. Take me through. Obviously, you'll be taking out Oleg Popov in that.
Yep.
Take me through kind of how that process came about.
So I got the call probably about 3 weeks ago now to say that there's probably a 80, no, it's not 80, about 95% chance that you're going to be in the semi-finals. Someone's injured. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next day they said, yeah, Moldavsky's injured and you're in. I got the call to ask if I was training. I said, I am training. I'm staying ready because you never know what's happening. And all the heavyweights been pulling out anyway. So from the start, everyone's been pulling out. So like you said, stay ready. So you don't have to be ready. And I got the call, man.
And that's the beauty of the PFL. I wanted to get your comments on, right? Because
Yeah.
so many times fighters say exactly that, right? If they're in other organizations, oh, I'm always training. I'm always training. But then just by watching your social media, you are literally always training, and it's for these opportunities. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. And also the good thing was, I'd only, so I had like 4 days off. And then I got Mo Usman fighting as well. He's fighting next week. So I'll tell him get ready. But cool, I was like, well, yeah, I'm already training. I took maybe 4 or 5 days off. And I'm already training. I haven't lost anything from having those 4 days off. So it got nicely, man. And I think what's even fitting, I'm not just replacing someone else. I'm replacing the guy I beat. So I think it worked perfectly. If I had to replace anyone, if the guy I literally just beat, that was in the semi-finals. So it made sense to me.
Well, it definitely makes sense, and it's kind of like that nail in the coffin, right? Because we talked about coming into the trilogy with you and Moldavsky about how
Yeah,
excited you were to close the chapter, and this is like the nail in that coffin, right? This is
yeah,
throw the book away, like I'm done. I took his
yeah,
playoff spot.
yeah. Exactly. So it made perfect sense, and it was like, wow, actually, this is funny how the world works. Lost my first fight. Won the second fight that really meant, even though I didn't get into the playoffs, but it meant more just to finish that rubber match. So it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy though if someone else got injured and then I had to fight Moldavsky again. It was like, fuck it. All right, round 4, here we go.
The quad fight we didn't know we needed, right?
Yeah, they didn't need it.
Thankfully, we
We needed
avoided that.
till we needed it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
But
I don't want to start any narratives that aren't real, but your
yeah,
first fight obviously did not go your way. It was against a
yeah,
Russian. Moldavsky, you beat a Russian. You're coming into
yeah,
the semifinals, you're facing a Russian. Is this Linton
yeah.
Vassell versus Russia to get to $1 million now?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I said that to my friends. They're like, yeah, I am. I'm fighting everyone that fight Russia. I guess it's Linton versus Russia. That's what I was saying to them. And it's just funny how it worked. So, yeah, it would be hilarious if, obviously the final was me and Dennis, but let's not the gun right now. But you know what I mean?
No, and I was gonna ask just because it is a full circle moment, right? And it
Of
seems like
course.
continuously for you, Linton, things just I don't want to say fall into place, but just
Yeah.
kind of line up for you
Yeah.
to make the most of the opportunities, right?
Hey, he works wonders, man. It's not a straight road. It's like this. It's crazy. It's crazy. But again, I don't want to look
Yeah, no.
over
So without getting too
Oleg.
far ahead, though, it is kind of that built-in narrative there. You
Yeah.
have the opportunity to go
Yeah.
through all the Russia fighters, get
Exactly.
your opportunity at $1
Yeah.
million on a world title, And it
Yeah,
could possibly look. It could be possibly against Tim Johnson. So we could talk about that at another time. But
exactly.
now that you have that opportunity, everything's booked. It's official.
Yes.
What was the internal talk? Because I know you talk a lot about your mental state and just talk kind of putting everything out there. What was it like to have this moment with yourself of, all right, I didn't start this season off the way I
Yeah.
wanted to, but I got to this point that I knew I needed to get to and I could get to, and now it's all right here in front of you.
It was. I was more just like, hey, respect, bro. I was like more like respect because it's just like nothing is straightforward. It's not like win, 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 and then it was loss, and I was like, fuck, I have to win this next fight. I did, but I didn't get the points. I thought, okay, well, I'm not in the semi-finals. It is what it is. And then I wasn't even down. It was crazy. I thought, something might happen, and I was talking to my coaches. They said, "Stay ready, Linton, man, because you never know what's going to happen, man. You never know." And from the start of the PFL tournament, so many heavyweights had pulled out, so it just sort of felt like that's the way things were going. And it was sort of was like I didn't pray for it, but it happened, man. It was like manifested it or something. So I was just like, "Yeah, thank you, bruv. Like, you're good. You're good." And yeah, and that's what it more was like. It was like, wow, okay, we're here now. And I was smiling, mate, for about 3 days, just grinning. Told my mum, obviously, my sister and stuff, and just like, hey, I'm in the semi-finals. They're like, we knew it, we knew it. So
When
it was a crazy one. It was a crazy one.
when the news dropped on social media, I almost threw my phone across the room
You
because
did, yeah?
I was like, I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
here, stories like yours are what I believe is the beauty in the PFL. And that's another question I wanted to ask you because we've seen, like, I was in Salt Lake City when Michael Dufort made it to the playoffs despite losing on the night. You
Yeah,
said, yeah, I won my fight. I didn't get the points, but I wasn't
yeah,
down about it. Isn't
yeah,
that it's a new element for you in your career, but it's like I'm wondering for you, is it an exciting element where you're like, all right, I didn't get everything I needed to, but like, you
yeah,
don't know what happens. So you just stay excited. You're not
yes.
defined by the win or the loss on the
Yes,
night.
exactly. And I knew I had a tough task ahead. I did. And I was being realistic. I was like, I ain't gonna about to finish Moldavsky like I did last time because he's a smart fighter. He was. He played it smart and he ended up grappling it quite a lot. Able to hit him and use my footwork and my combos and stuff, my striking like I wanted to grapple. And usually when it's that kind of fight, it drags out. It is what it is. I didn't jump the gun. Okay, this is the way the fight's going. Okay, so the first round went. Okay, I haven't got through. I'm in the fight regardless. So yeah, it's like I wasn't down, and I was really happy that I got the win to prove to myself, obviously, that I am the better fighter. And yeah, I was just like, okay, well, on to the next one. Maybe I'll fight Bader. That's what I thought. Maybe I'll fight Bader. And because I know Dan Hardy mentioned it, he brought it up, and then a few reporters brought it up as well. So I was like, well, I guess maybe that's the next step. Then I'll fight Bader, and then this is what happens, man. They give me the shot.
Now you got $1 million schedule, so you can't you can't fight anyone.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, see you later, Bader. You're good. I don't need you now.
uh with that being said about just the experience and everything you've gone through over the last few months, let me ask you this: how has your first season with the
Yeah,
PFL, how have you felt about it?
love it. Active. I said to my friends, I've never trained this much in my life because it really is back to back. So you're scheduled. It's not one fight. You don't know when you're fighting. Okay. So what are you doing? You're training. Are you not going to train? Motivation. Boom, 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 boom. So it's perfect. So that's what I need. Um, and I think this is the way fighting should be. Not saying everyone should do different format, but fighters should be fighting 3-4 times a year, man. This is our job. We have a small opportunity to, you know, win those good matchups. I think I'm lucky to still be at this age as well. That's another thing. I'm 41 and I'm still busting these guys up. 10 years older than these guys, some of them.
I mean, you don't look a day over 25. So, I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Turn up. Rest, turn up.
how much different did you feel after the win compared to your first fight with the PFL? Because obviously, like you said, always training, and
Yeah.
obviously there was, you know, other factors, you know, that led to just kind of your gas tank not holding up in the first
Yeah.
one. But how much different did you feel after the win in your second fight?
Night and day. It just, hey, talk about my age now. Talk about I'm no good. Talk about I should retire. None of that happened. They didn't say so. They were talking about old man when I lost. Why didn't they say old man when I won? Keep it the same. You know what I mean? Why didn't they say old man, well done? It was only old man negative, not old man positive. It's a weird world we live in. You know, but yeah, I felt great. It really was. It was like I knew I could do it. So I proved it to myself, and I proved it, you know, to the PFL and to the people watching as well that, you know, I can those 15 minutes, and I did. He was definitely the most tired out of both of us. I watched it back. I wish I saw it because I probably would have finished him. He took a deep gasp,
Yeah, he
deep
did.
gasp,
Yeah, he did.
and if my head wasn't down, and I saw that, I could have. That probably would have gave me an extra, you know, bit of boost. But never mind. It is what it is, I guess.
Well, the narrative is Father Time is undefeated until you
Yeah,
defeat Father Time. Then people don't give you your credit when you defeat Father Time.
yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna keep again. Popov's next. Popov next. Do the same to him. You know, show him, man, that the age is just a number, mate.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I'm not talking about your age, but I don't want to keep you much longer. So I do want to ask, what should we expect August 2nd when you step inside the PFL Smart Cage against Oleg Popov?
I'm breaking this guy, man. He's not fought no one like me. Seriously, he's unbeaten, but he's what, 18-1.
Yeah.
He's got good grappling, but he hasn't fought people like me, man. I've seen his fights, and he's a good grappler. He doesn't finish often. Doesn't really finish. It's more holding and hugging. That's gonna be trouble for him, man. Because if you're not putting me away, I'm putting you away. That's exactly how it's gonna go, man. I see myself finishing second round.
And what message do you send? Not just to, you
Yeah.
know, the championship, but to the PFL. Like, I made the most of this opportunity.
Hey, Big Form is back, man. You thought I was out. I know you're all like, yeah, he's not through. Nah, I'm back, bro. You thought you got away from me, man. Nah, I'm back. I'm back, man. So yeah, I'm coming for all of you.
I can't wait. You're one step closer to the $1 million championship, one step
Yes,
closer to a PFL world title, a world
yes,
title that you should have had for a long time throughout your
yes,
career, having been one of the very best, you know, in Bellator for so long. Nice to see politics out of it, and to
yes.
see you going and earning it as it
Yeah,
should
my fights.
be.
Yeah,
The world will be
yeah,
watching. There's more reason for fans to go to Nashville, more reason for
yes,
people to tune in on
yes.
August 2nd, and hopefully I'll be there. I won't bother you during fight week though.
No worries. I'll see you there. We'll get interview and stuff anyway, more than likely. But hope to see you there, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the time, man. Super
Of
happy for
course.
you. Super excited for you. Can't wait to see you take on Oleg Popov on August 2nd. Linton Vassell, thank you so much.
No worries. See you later, Mike.